Balloon Fight. What isn't there to say about this game? You float around, popping the balloons of your enemies. How cute, how quaint, how interesting, how cool, how queer, how funny, how silly. Welcome back, Zoins. Last time we did a gauntlet of most of the arcade games on our list. If you didn't watch it, the link to it will be in the description of this video. You wouldn't start watching a show in episode 5, right? Right. Today, we got pretty much arcade ports for the NES. Not great, but we gotta do it. Most of these games were fun, some not as much. True tests of perseverance happened around this time. Ugh, we'll get there. If you're new here, I'm playing every game throughout history in order. Some will be made a little more interesting with some challenges. I'll be playing remakes for some games as well as the occasional fan remakes to see the interesting differences between them. I love all video games, and fan games need attention as well. Some fans have done truly interesting and crazy things for some series, let me tell you, and they deserve a shout out as well. If you want to do me a huge favor, a subscription goes a long way, and if you really want to help me out, any support on my Patreon is greatly appreciated. Alright, on with the show. Balloon Fight is another game without much to say about it. You basically have to flap upwards, sort of Flappy Birdish, and hit the top of your opponent's head to get their balloons to pop, where you can then finish them off. There's a bonus stage where you have to pop as many balloons as possible. There's also a mode where you float across the screen trying not to get zapped by these electric balls. And pop, you guessed it, more balloons. Okay, I'm sorry, just bear with me. More Punch Out. This game is almost like DLC of the first game. There are only 5 new fighters in this game. Bear Hugger, the Towering Canadian, Dragon Chan, the Blatant Cheater, Vodka Drunkinski. The 80s were a different time, okay? Let's just be glad a fighter was never called the Niggerchin! Great Tiger. The fighter is strong enough to beat a tiger with his bare hands. And Super Macho Man. The game wasn't too bad until... Yeah, this was a first sign these games will be hard. Super Macho Man is very random. Your reflexes have to be insane to dodge and counter him. Zallard is a notable Punch-Out speedrunner, and I can only assume you could shoot him point blank and he would not only dodge the bullet, but grab it out of the air and hand it back to you. I finally beat him after like 50 attempts, but geez, he was much harder than Mr. Sandman. Oh my gosh, dude. Excitebike was a surprise for me. I've never played it before, and yet I was hyped to go through the courses. I got first on the first track, but it was rough going forward. Essentially because running into your competitors 80% of the time, it seems like you take the fall. I don't know if your opponents are all made of adamantium or what, but they don't give 2 shits about getting hit by you. You always fall. So it gets really hard not to hit them after a while when the track hazards become more and more plentiful. I would recommend you to at least try it out, but it is hard. The jingle it plays is very catchy. The Ice Climber, not the climbers, I guess. This game was fine. You're going through different stages trying to get to the top of the mountain, trying to snag the taint of this pterodactyl. If it sounds like I'm phoning it in at this point, it's because I am. The victory jingle is very good though. Oh my god, we're back. This whole video has been leading to our next game. I said I wouldn't play this game ever again, but here we are because I have chronic brain sickness. This game is the hardest NES game in my opinion, bar none. I have played all the Mega Mans, all the Castlevanias, It ain't getting much harder than this, dog. You're a guy named Arthur, and while it looks like he just sinned by sleeping with his girlfriend at a cemetery, I'm pretty sure it's more implied that he's resting with his armor off because he's a knight. So let's go with that. The literal devil shows up, I am not kidding, and takes her away. This game's difficulty cannot be understated, and it's hard for two reasons. The red devils and the fact that you can only take 2 hits. I died at least over 100 times. Stage 1 isn't so bad. Stage 2 is because of these chunk boys. Stage 3 is insane because there are about 5 red devils you have to get past to continue. Stage 4 is forgettable except for the beginning. Stage 5 and 6 are both kind of similar, but here's my suggestion for the last level. Do it all with the shield. You can only beat the final boss with the shield. If you use another weapon, you'll be sent back. I don't know how far back you'll be sent, but if you beat the final boss with anything other than the shield, the game won't count that as you beating him and you'll be sent a couple levels back. I am not joking. So run past the unicorn. Yes, bro, that's a unicorn. Then kill the dragon. There's a hidden armor piece on this platform right here if you jump in this specific location. Yes, we got invisible power-ups too. You can either save it or grab it if you got hit. I recommend saving it until you've beaten all the stuff ahead. You gotta kill the 2 chunk boys while not waking up the red devils on the side. If you wake them up, you are toast. It's not a negotiable thing, dude. Beat this one on your way, grab the armor piece you saved, go all the way to the top. Oh, by the way, there's a time limit, so do all of this quickly, then beat 2 Satans. Not only are there 2 of them, but they aren't considered the devil. There are 2 Satans and the devil. They're not the same thing. You've been lied to. And do all of that with about 3 max hits you can take the entire stage. I'm glossing over so much, but that is an example of how much this game hates you and your mom. After all that, the final boss is a joke. It's kind of ridiculous. It was all worth it in the end, though. Look how accomplished I looked. Congratulations, this story is happy end. Thank you. That's not proper grammar. Being the wise and courageous knight that you are, you feel strongest welling in your body. Return to starting point, challenge again. Yay. This challenge was started because of my love for all types of video games. Ghosts and Goblins tested not only my love, but my belief that most game devs don't hate you. But I have great news. The next game is... Ha! Just kidding. That was a good one, wasn't it? No, the next game is... Yes, Sirski.